Meet Josh, the creator behind the YouTube channel Josh the Intern. Known for his fearless exploration of forgotten places and crumbling relics of history, Josh's videos usually carry a sense of wonder and adventure. But one trip into a lonely mountain range would twist that passion into something far more sinister. In the remote wilderness of the range lay the shattered remains of a massive airplane that went down in 1986, a graveyard of twisted metal buried deep within the rocks. On December 17, 2024, Josh set out to find it. He had studied the coordinates, traced maps, and prepared for a long, grueling hike through rough terrain.
So I'm currently hiking in this really remote mountain range, and I'm searching for a massive plane wreckage that's found here. I think it's a really huge plane, like a big Boeing plane. It's somewhere up in this remote mountain, so I'm just taking the steep hike to go check it out. I think it'll be off trail a bit, but I reckon we can find it.
It took me hours of hiking until I summited my first mountain, and I could make my way deeper into the mountain range. I hadn't seen anyone or any trace of people during that time, but all that was about to change, as I suddenly spotted a large structure on another mountain just in front of me. Curious as to what it was, I made a detour and hiked up to it.
Hours passed as he climbed his first peak, his breath turning to mist in the cold air. The silence of the mountains was absolute, until he noticed something strange glinting in the distance. Across a neighboring slope stood a large, shadowy structure that shouldn't have been there. No trails led to it, no roads, just an eerie silhouette against the fading light.
And as I got closer, it soon became clear that this was a massive fortification. It was incredible to walk around the huge walls, and it got me curious about what the history of this place was. So with some later research, I found out that it was indeed a fort, built in 1659 by France to protect their border with Spain. And it was even used as a maximum security prison for a time. I did try to find a way inside to explore more, but didn't have any luck. So I continued back on my hike.
When Josh approached, he realized it was the remnants of an ancient fort, abandoned and rotting away. After exploring briefly, he returned to his main objective, but something about the quiet felt different now. As he pressed deeper into the range, Josh stumbled upon another oddity, a ruin tucked away off the main path. The building was half collapsed, overgrown, and long forgotten by time. But what drew him closer wasn't the architecture. It was instinct. The kind of curiosity that feels both reckless and irresistible.
But this is when I discovered something quite terrifying.
Someone definitely lives here. There's canned food. Someone definitely lives here. Maybe not all the time, but often enough, which is crazy, because this is really in ruins and in the middle of nowhere. Very creepy. Here's the dead. Okay, this is really creepy. This is really creepy. There is photos of the same person up on the wall. Like this is a stalker's house or something. This is creepy. Oh, there's so many photos on the floor everywhere. This place is littered with the same photos of the same people. Look at all these photos. These are all photos of people. All photos of people on the floor. Tons of them. On the bed. I'm gonna get out of here. This is really creepy. I don't know why there's so many photos. That is one of the creepiest things I've ever found while hiking. Someone is living in there, and I think someone is stalking people.
Inside, the air was stale. Dust hung thick like fog, disturbed only by his flashlight's beam. Then came the first unsettling detail, signs of recent human activity. Someone had been living there, or was still nearby. Empty cans lined the walls, torn blankets, weathered tools, and footprints in the dirt. But what truly froze him were the photographs. They were everywhere, hundreds of them, strewn across the floor, pinned to the walls, even tucked between cracks in the wood. Most showed the same few faces, repeated over and over, as if whoever had taken them was obsessed. Some photos were faded and wrinkled, others crisp and new, as though they'd been placed there just days ago. Josh's pulse pounded. The ruin didn't feel abandoned anymore. It felt occupied, like someone had just stepped outside and could return any moment.
As I headed out of the building, I also found a smaller structure just by it, and inside there was a bed, along with what appeared to be rope.
He backed out, shaken, but curiosity tugged once more when he spotted another small structure nearby. Inside that one lay a crude sleeping area and, worse, a length of rope coiled neatly beside the bed. The realization hit hard. This wasn't just a camp. It was something darker. Maybe a stalker's hideout. Maybe something worse.
After leaving that house, I feel like I'm being watched. All of a sudden feels very quiet and eerie around here. There's something really strange going on in these mountains.
The forest, once calm and serene, now felt alive, watching. Every gust of wind sounded like footsteps. Every twig snapping made his heart race. Josh grabbed his gear and left, moving fast, refusing to look back. He did eventually reach the plane wreck, but the triumph felt hollow.
To give an update also on the location, now I am back in Civilization. I have contacted the authorities. This was filmed a few months ago, actually. So I contacted them. I sent them the location and photos of the area. I haven't heard anything back from them, so I'm not sure if there's been an investigation, but I've heard nothing.
Back in Civilization, he alerted the authorities and provided photos and coordinates, yet no one ever contacted him again. Who was living up there? Why the hundreds of photos? And why did it feel like whoever they were knew he was coming? The truth was never found. And Josh learned that sometimes the most terrifying discoveries in the wild aren't supernatural at all. They're human.